They might get more praise from other people, have more people who help them, and feel more confident. People who are egotistical and smart often get away with more, which can make them even worse if you are with them. When someone is narcissistic, there is something I call the C-suite. This term fits because people who are narcissistic are often drawn to or rewarded for leadership roles in businesses. The C-suite in this case refers to the traits that make us like narcissistic people, which makes love bombing more possible. A question I get asked a lot is, what makes me open to narcissistic people? Actually, we are all a little open to picking them. This is what C-suite is about. What makes us likely to choose selfish partners? For example, our looks, social status, job, money, connections, and desire to help others are all things that narcissists may be interested in targeting us at first. People might think we're easy to hit, but we're not just sitting ducks. They have things that make them appealing, and that's what I call the C-suite. Let's look at the C-suite members in more depth now. That first C stands for charm. This is where haughty narcissists really shine. That person knows just what to say and do to make anyone like them, even a stranger at a party. Vulnerable narcissists, on the other hand, might seem awkward or nervous around other people, but their charm could come from being humble or open, which draws you in. The second C stands for charisma. This trait is more than just charm. It includes being able to keep a room's attention. Narcissists who are charismatic can get people's attention and make them feel amazed. People who are leaders, even bad ones, often have charm. People can't help but follow cult leaders, who often have a lot of charm. People who are vulnerable to narcissists don't usually have as much charm. It's confidence, the third C. Narcissistic people often seem confident, even cocky, even though they are deeply insecure. It's nice to see people so sure of themselves, but when things don't go their way, that confidence often falls apart. A grandiose narcissist's confidence usually shows up as self-assurance, while a fragile narcissist's confidence may look like they feel like they're being abused and spoiled. This letter's next C is credentials. Narcissists often use rank and credentials as a way to judge how valuable someone is. They might show off their degrees, jobs, or material belongings as signs that they are better than others. Vulnerable narcissists might not always have these qualifications, or they might lie or overstate how important they are. The letter C stands for curiosity, which can be very alluring. Narcissists may seem very interested in you during the love bombing stage. They are doing this to find out about your fears and weak spots, which they may then use against you. Another factor is comfort, which often comes from remembering good times. Many narcissistic relationships feel terribly familiar because they remind us of patterns of conditional love or cycles of idealization and withdrawal from others that we experienced as children. Finally, how beautiful someone is can play a part. Narcissists may care a lot about how they look and use it as a way to get approval. Attraction can hide red flags by drawing people in. Narcissists don't always have charisma, charm, or confidence, but these traits are often used to hide harmful behavior. Take a look at these traits and ask yourself what they mean. Also, listen to your gut and spot warning signs. Smart, selfish people can be especially hard to deal with because their tricks can seem even more real when they're smart. Even though intelligence isn't necessarily good, we often think of it that way. Smart narcissists may use their intelligence to trick, gaslight, and show they are better than others. It is very important to remember that being smart does not explain or justify being abusive. A certain amount of ego is often needed for innovation. Having narcissistic traits can give you the drive, confidence, and focus you need to make big steps forward. However, while we can respect their accomplishments, we should be careful not to hold these people up as examples of how to act. Ultimately, Knowing the C-suite traits and how narcissistic relationships work can help you avoid being manipulated and give you the power to make better decisions in your relationships and interactions.